Healthcare. Makes no difference who you are, where you live, what your job is, or what your current state of health is. Every single person needs to make it a top concern and a priority for the future. The book is Da Vinci's Baby Boomer Survival Guide. Speaking the language almost 80 million baby boomers here in America need to understand and also put to good use. Let's welcome back the co-authors. Nick Tate is here in studio. Barbara Rockefeller joins us via Skype. Barbara, let's turn to you a little bit about all those medical bills, because you can have everything ready, you can have it all in your mind, but the costs are going to rise. There are going to be more and more money that you've got to pay out. You've got to be ready and maybe even consider the health care costs you might not be able to pay. You've got to be ready for the worst case scenario.
Absolutely. And this is the problem. The chief cause of bankruptcy of everybody in the economy, but especially older people, it's a higher ratio for older people, is an unforeseen emergency medical expense that wipes out 100,000, 200,000, enormous amounts of money that is not covered by insurance or in the case of retirees, by Medicare. And that's the problem. You sort of don't know how much you should have saved or should be saving because you don't know how much these catastrophic events might end up costing.
That's another one of those options that we have to talk about here, Nick, is because when it comes to Medicare, you've got to have the options. That's what the book really goes well into detail, is because I don't think people sometimes are aware of a lot of those options.
Right, and they're tricky. For a lot of seniors on Medicare, picking a plan is really complicated. If you live in a state like Florida, you may have 100 different plans to choose from just for your prescription drug coverage. So walking people through that process and demystifying it is a big part of the book. Let me just give you one statistic. 26% of seniors on Medicare will exhaust all of their assets and all of their savings in just the last few months of years of life in out-of-pocket costs for health care. That is, costs that go above and beyond what Medicare covers. That's a number that really surprises folks. That's millions of people who are for whom the cost of dying really exceeds a lifetime of savings. So it's really important to pick a solid Medicare plan. Medicare is also changing because of the Affordable Care Act and because of new health care reforms that are going to continue to take place for at least another decade or more. So understanding the ins and outs of your health care dollar, maximizing your health care dollar, and making sure that you're financially set from a healthcare perspective as we live ever longer is going to be really important.
You and I have talked about this an awful lot, but here it comes again, those simple words, healthy living.
Yes.
Because as you get older, you have to take better care of yourself, and it's so simple for so many people to do.
Right.
That it just seems very logical, common sense.
It really is. I mean, the best healthcare plan is one that has you not interacting with the healthcare system too much. The way to do that, we know some of the basics: eating a healthy diet, getting exercise every day, quitting smoking, but we go deeper than that. It's more than that. We identify proven ways to lower your risk for developing Alzheimer's or dementia. We're talking about new alternative medicine strategies that science shows actually make a difference in enhancing your life in older age. And the new science of genetics offers the opportunity for you to now be tested to find out what you might be predisposed to in terms of cancer and other diseases, which can then allow you to make changes to compensate for those natural predispositions. We also do lay out a kind of decade-by-decade list of screening tests that you should do above the age of 40 for men and for women, things that you absolutely should do so that if you do develop cancer, heart disease, or diabetes, it's caught early when it can be treated and even cured.
The one thing, though, that I think we point out in a lot of this is it's never too late.
Right.
I mean, certainly, you just talked about people over 40. We're talking about the boomers right here now, 55 and over, reaching that age of 65.
Right.
Even if you're in your 40s,
right,
the book itself will give you some of those simple guidelines. It's not a diet book. We're not telling you how to set your diet here, but at least how to think about living a little healthier so you don't, as you said, and put it perfectly, you don't have to get involved with the medical system in the first place.
That's the goal, is to stay healthy and live healthy up until the point that, you're gone. That's really the goal. The thing that I would point out here is, we've talked about it before, 65 really is the new 40. Now, the boomers are living longer, but the boomers are also living a healthier and a more active life and expect to live a healthier, more active life. I see people my own age and older, and we don't think of ourselves as older people, and I don't think we ever will, and there's no reason why you should, as long as you remain active. And it's not just about health, but it's staying active in terms of maintaining active social lives, connections with friends and family. For many people who retire, retirement, in fact, becomes a new way to grow, building new careers, new hobbies, new experiences, keeping the mind alive, which is critically important. So we do, it's a financial planner, It's a healthcare guide, but we also try to provide some smart strategies for healthy living too.
All right, we got more to talk about on that side. Stick around for a couple minutes here because there are plenty more health and financial benefits to be gleaned from Da Vinci's Baby Boomer Survival Guide, and we'll cover those on the other side of the break. The Da Vinci's Baby Boomer Survival Guide is the guide for people who want to retire and live a good, prosperous, and healthy life for many, many years. Hey, why not? It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, online bookstores across the country. Maybe the best $20 you'll ever spend.
You can join millions of Americans turning off the old media for Newsmax TV. We're in over 40 million homes on DirecTV Channel 349, Dish Channel 223, and Verizon Fios Channel 115. And we're available online at NewsmaxTV.com or on Roku and Google TV. Plus, you can watch us anywhere in the world. Just download our free Newsmax TV app from your iPhone or Android. Do it today and find out why millions are tuning in Newsmax TV. For real news, better talk.